So let's go exploring today as we visit Ralph's Temple City.
Talking with famous people.
I go to Ralph's sometimes when I want to feel the domestic bliss of groceries. This is the supermarket chicken section of the store, but as usual, or as sometimes happens, I'm tempted by these bad boys here. I think I'm going to go for the ribs. The dogs are going to appreciate that, I guarantee you. So I'm thinking about getting one of these soups here. Creamy tomato bisque soup. It's on sale, $2.99. Normally, when you see that, you kind of worry, like, well, why is it on sale? But it goes out of date August 11th, so it's fine. I think I'm going to get one of these.
Chocolate. Do you want it to cold out?
Now, additionally, I'm going to get a bread of some kind. But what kind of bread? That's the question. Probably one of these kind of breads. Or maybe one of these kind of breads. Or these kind of breads. Or these kind of breads. This is a crusty country French loaf. It's a crusty country crunchy croutons. I think I'm going to get this kind, but I could get that kind. Whole clove garlic loaf. Well, I'm going to get this kind. When I do buy groceries, I tend to want to get these things because they freeze. I only get things that freeze because I don't cook that often. Otherwise, everything goes to waste. I'll get this. Now, the issue of bacon is a tricky one. I'll explain why here. You'll see here we've got these different brands of bacon. You've got your $3.99 Ralph's brand of bacon. It's fine. Totally adequate, I guess. And you got other brands, but this is the good brand of bacon. It's Farmer John. And you see it's $6.99. It's substantially more expensive. So it's a tough call because this brand is substantially better too, but I don't know if I really want that brand of bacon. It's so expensive. Another thing that's good to get, because you don't have to freeze it, is canned things like beans. Beans are good. They stay in cans. They're fine. Okay, so let's talk Eric's helpful tips. One thing that people don't necessarily realize, but it's absolutely true, is that you can freeze bread. And I tend to get this super cheap bread here, because why not? Look at that, 87 cents a loaf. That's some super cheap bread. If you freeze it, you can get 4 or 5 loaves, if you've got a decent sized freezer. So that's what I'm going to do. Always get the ones from the back, of course. That kind of goes without saying. A quick update on my progress here. You've got your ribs, your bread, your soup, bacon, sausages, beans, and the other breads for freezing. Now let's move on to the vegetables aisle. Well, I didn't make it all the way to the vegetables aisle because I wanted to stop and get these bad boys right here. Question, of course, being, do you get the spears or do you get the whole pickles? Tough call. I'm going with the spears this time. A lot of times I do go for the whole pickle. Well, candy is a massively important part of my diet. I eat a lot of candy, so I'm going to need to get some candy because I'm out of candy at the moment. Those look pretty good. They're $3.49. That's not a good price. That's the problem with that. Are any of these really good deals? Not really. I'm going to look in the other candy section. This aisle tends to lead me to want to get something that I didn't know I wanted to get. Like glue or Goo Gone or 8-ounce stubby hammer. That sounds fun. What else do they have here? Little screwdrivers. Those look sexy. What's that? Lint traps. Fabulous. I need those. Rope. I need rope. Everybody needs rope. Now, have I talked to you guys about my thing about light bulbs? I really don't like the new kind of light bulbs. I like the old kind of light bulbs a lot better. They have much better light. They're better for your eyes. They make you feel wonderful inside. That's my thoughts on light bulbs. This is another neat part of the supermarket. I totally want to get these. Little scissors, those are cool. Heel savers. I wonder what those are for. Saving your heels, Eric. Yeah, but I don't understand. Shoelaces. Shoelaces are so useful, right? You can tie all sorts of things with shoelaces. And the little needles. I don't know what I want to stab with them, but I'm sure there's some good use for those things. Like that? Ooh, $3.99? Nah, I don't need that. Now the cat's a lot more picky than the dogs about food. The cat does like this. She likes this one and it's pretty cheap. And I got some fancy feast for her at 7-Eleven, as I mentioned. So I'm not going to get her anything else right now. She's picky though. Okay, so this is not a bad deal here because Twix are always expensive. Twix are usually more expensive than the other kind of candy bars. So I'm going to get 5 of those for $5. That's a good deal. That's 30 little Twixes for $5. And what else am I going to get? Ooh, 100 Grands. I like 100 Grands. This is my 3rd favorite candy bar. I like Baby Ruth's, Twixes, and 100 Grands. Yeah. Normally I don't walk down this aisle anymore. I found myself walking down it, so I thought I'd make a point of not walking down it without commenting on the fact that it's not an aisle I walk down. Okay, so the corns are 3 for $1. That's a really good price on corn. I'm gonna get a bunch for the pigs. Ralph's always has good prices on vegetables here. These romaines, like this, big old romaine lettuce, 99 cents is a good price. I'll get a couple of these big ones for the pigs. They love this probably more than anything. That's their favorite thing, romaine lettuce. Done. I should bring the cart closer to the car, huh? That would be smart. Put it back like a good supermarket citizen. Very productive trip to the store. Spent $66. I got a lot of stuff for $66. I got dinner tonight. I got 10 packs of candy. I got a bunch of vegetables for the pigs. I got cat food. I got bacon. I got sausage for later things to freeze. I got 4 loaves of bread or 5 loaves of bread. I got 2 cans of beans. Now I'm home and ready to unload the groceries.
Talking with famous people.